Yeah, they kind of been conditioned not to advertise where they're at these days.
Because they play by that one simple rule: fool me once.
Fool me once. Yeah, that's the perfect rule. So we'll just get rolling in here. We just kind of do a soft start because that's how we are. We're soft boys. It's already running.
Well, then
it's already running.
I should have been right like this.
I mean, yeah. Just when you're talking into the mic, just make sure that you're kind of like putting that puff cover like right next to your face, and then just kind of try to hold on.
Can't
the
you do
mic.
the sound differently, or do you just like watching us have the mic right
I just
up to our mouth like that?
I just like the aesthetic of a black object going into your face.
Do you need to? I laugh loud and I get complaints.
That's fine. I can. You can pull it, or you can. I compress every file. I do some.
Okay,
I do some
You're
magic.
good.
I'm good. I'm a good producer.
He's the best producer.
I'm the producer.
Give it up for Bill Laskowski, the producer of Meat Sweats.
Yeah.
Best producer in the game, folks.
In
Everybody,
the
this
game?
is
What
Meat
game-
Sweats.
what game
the
are you guys
podcast.
playing?
Local Phoenix
talking
comedy
about?
podcasting producers.
He's like, this is me sweat.
Yeah, this is Meat Sweats. Thanks for coming, everybody. We're joined today by Andy Steinberg and Jessica Wellington. I couldn't be more happy to have these guests, two people that I really respect in comedy, and I'm really excited you guys are here, actually.
That's what I was looking for, earning Bill's respect. That's
That's
why I
you
got
did
into
it.
this.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I remember it was back in 2014, Stand Up Scottsdale, and Andy's just like, I don't know if I'm gonna keep doing this comedy stuff, and then I show up on the scene, and he's like, oh well. Now that this kid's here, I'm gonna really try.
I can finish this
I'm gonna
out.
really try now. And so you've moved on to bigger and better things.
Nah, man, there's nothing better. It's nothing bigger. It's
No?
it's all the same.
It's all the same?
It's all the same. Different rooms, different people.
Yeah.
We're all doing the same thing.
Yeah, you're never happy.
Yeah.
You're never satisfied.
Yeah.
That's the way it should be, though. Like if you get complacent, then I mean, what the fuck is this really? Like,
Have you had moments of hotel happiness though?
Oh yeah, like that brief little, like if this could only be every time.
That's the only that's the one we get. Like
yeah, I wish this was the constant norm.
yeah.
I mean, I've seen some horrific rooms that comics have to stay in, but then there's also like really great ones. Like I work at House of Comedy in Phoenix quite a bit, and that is one of the nicest places you could ever get put up.
But that's he owns that.
He owns that. Yeah, he bought a condo to
Yeah.
go along with the club, and it's just the
Do you want to say
dopest
Rick
condo.
Bronson? Do you want to say Rick Bronson's house? of
Yeah,
comedy?
Rick Bronson's House of
You
Comedy.
might
yeah.
as well give it to
If
him.
if I'm sucking dick, I might as well identify
This
whose
guy
dick is
who
being
bought
sucked.
a condo.
People complain, but I really like the condo down in La Jolla.
Is it good?
Oh, well, it's right on the beach. How can you really fucking complain?
Yeah,
no
man?
shit.
Yeah, don't
And they
complain about
they
that.
redid it. Maybe it's not. I guess they want another room or whatever. I think it's really nice.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
is it only a 1-bedroom?
It's a 2-bedroom.
Oh, then you can fucking have your feature stay there, and it's fine.
Right.
Like,
But
what are
then
you- what are
they,
you
like the
bitching
host
about?
or whatever, I guess, stays in the living
Who
room.
name names of who's bitching about this beautiful fucking beachfront property, and we will fucking shame them on the internet for their cuntiness.
I know. I can't.
So, Andy, you just moved to New York.
I say New York. 'cause
New York
it sounds
adjacent.
way sexier than
Yeah.
Jersey.
Yeah,
I
it
moved
does.
to Jersey.
Yeah. Ooh.
I'm in Jersey.
Where are you at in Jersey?
I'm in Harrison, which is just as I left Tucson. That's where I was born.
Yeah.
And now I have moved to Jersey, and I'm in Harrison, which is the Tucson of Jersey. So I went around the whole country just to get to the same place.
And I want you guys to say, like, I want everybody to understand what, like, Andy means by he's from Tucson. Like, he's from garbage Tucson. Like, and
where's the nice? Where's the
there's
non-garbage
nice Tucson. There's
No,
nice
no,
like
there's
Mount
nice
Mount
areas
Lemon
of
stuff.
Tucson, but it doesn't change. Tucson's still garbage.
There's that. What was that story about your dad and a refrigerator or some shit?
That's when your mom and your stepfather have their relation goes south, and my mom has definitely decides to have an affair with my stepfather's brother.
No, God.
I got that shit in my family, dude.
Yeah,
Nice and all together.
And I didn't even have to wear a cowboy hat to get that shit. That's amazing. It happens everywhere.
See,
It does.
Everywhere.
Jews are just like us, guys.
No, but this is my Mexican side, and then my stepfather's Italian. So I grew up in that household, and that's what went on in that household. And it's no wonder that I lean more towards being a Jew these days now than
Yeah, I would lean into that pretty hard.
Yeah. That's
My dad slept with my brother's ex-wife.
but he was already the ex.
What?
Yes.
But at least the stench is a little bit
A
different.
little. But then him and my brother and her ended up getting back together, too.
Oh,
Wha-
wow.
And
That's
wait, he knew?
Yeah, he knew.
And he swallowed that?
Yep.
What a
Swallowed it in more than one way.
Yeah. Goodness
Yeah, he
gracious.
took my brother's ex-wife to Vegas to watch my apartment while I was in the military.
You were in the military?
Yeah, I know. Big
I like how you go. You were in the military.
I should have known by the neck tattoos.
Do you do any research before you interview anybody? Do you know anything about the people?
I mean, I know. Here's what I know about
No.
Jessica Wellington.
That's no.
Is that I've seen her on stage like 4 times, and each time I've loved it, and that's all I
all
need.
you needed to
That's
know?
all I needed
Okay,
to know.
that's fair.
And
I'm
then
not- I'm
I
not
get to
even into
like learn about you as a person here, and then reactions are organic.
Yeah, and then it feels like like this is really
yeah.
happening.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It is really I mean, I know you and what a
I don't even
garbage
think this
fire
is
you
happening,
are.
but
Where's the meat, though, is what I want to know.
See, we're the meat. We're the meat.
Ah!
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're also the sweat too. We're
Yeah.
the meat and the sweat at the same
I'm already
time.
sweating. I'm already
Constant level of meat sweats.
sweating. Yeah, we thought about that right away. Like we did one episode where we tried to eat an Arby's meat mountain.
It's a
we got through
$10
it.
it's a $10 1-pound meat sandwich with one of every meat from Arby's stacked between 2 buns. It's the greatest goddamn thing in the world.
did you
pretty
eat it?
sexy.
Did
Yeah.
you guys eat it that day?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
podcast?
You halved it and
we-
ate half and half?
No, we ate the whole thing.
We each had one.
You
Yeah.
each had,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I was just thinking this is a special occasion. You could have had like a little
A
deli
little,
platter.
a little
or something.
charcuterie.
A little
Yeah.
deli, a little
Yeah.
deli for me. Would
I mean,
Right.
you know what?
You know what, Bill?
I
You
would be
fucked
happy
up
to take
again.
you both out to my favorite place to get meat in Flagstaff, which is Proper Meat and Provisions.
Here we
if you guys
fucking
if you guys want to
go.
go get dinner while we're up here, like I'll
While
take you
we're
guys
up here?
Yeah, I'll take you
Oh,
guys
yeah,
out for dinner.
yeah. I'm like, we're not going to
Yeah.
stop the podcast.
No, not right now.
I'm an idiot.
Yeah. But they have the best fried
You
chicken
know
po'
what?
boy
Let's
I've
do
ever
it. Let's
fucking
go.
put in my face.
Let's go right now. Let's just go.
look at this.
Let's
We're just
go
gonna
get
cut
some
it.
food.
Cut it right now.
This has
We're
been great.
fucking
This has been
done.
Meat Sweats.
She took the
Big Pine
pictures.
Comedy Festival 2019.
This has been fantastic. Thank you guys so much for coming.
You guys are
Thanks
our
for driving up a
favorites.
day early, Andy.
Andy,
let's
thanks
be
for driving
real.
all the way up
Yeah,
here for this
yeah,
5-minute
yeah,
podcast.
podcast,
But the sandwich is going to be amazing.
You know what? This has been a podcast of firsts already because we've introed the show within the first 2 minutes of the show
I know.
actually starting, and that's
That was amazing. That's a big deal for us.
That's
We don't
huge.
do that.
You don't?
It's huge.
No,
Never.
we usually talk for 20 minutes and they're like, oh, hey, we have a guest today.
Michael
Yes.
Turner's we
Yeah.
did 57 minutes before we introduced him
Did it really go that long?
57 minutes? Why didn't he say something?
because he was just in it.
That's okay. I did fight her and the kid, and I was never introduced at all. And I spoke on the podcast. I just didn't say anything.
Oh my
I just
God.
didn't say who I was.
That's hilarious.
Because you got fucking the pretty boys.
Brian Callen and
They are
Schwab.
very pretty.
They were.
They are
well,
very pretty.
Brian has a lot to say always.
Yeah.
And I love Brian. That's not a knock on Brian. He has a lot.
Did he tell you? Did he explain any karate moves to you?
No, but if you want to spend a day with Brian and you don't want to have to say anything, just can you recite all the books you've read?
I listened to that podcast and it's ridiculous. I didn't realize how rich he grew up.
Very.
And he is very affluent and just
Very.
knows
Everything and grew up all over the world.
When
Yeah.
he talks about
Wow.
his dad, it
Why
gives
couldn't you
me
get
anxiety.
a good guess like that?
I don't know those people yet.
We're not
I
there.
don't know those folks yet.
our parents are sleeping with each other.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I prefer that. I feel like it's more it's a more gritty human being that is created by that, and I appreciate it more.
You know what? My ex-wife's real father had sex with my mother.
What
That was the thing that
What?
happened. Yeah, now that I'm
That
thinking
really
back on
happened?
it, that really happened.
is
yeah.
that like cult stuff?
Yeah, cult
Yeah?
stuff. Yep.
Are
That
you
happened?
in a cult?
He was
Yeah.
in a cult.
Yeah,
What
that's
kind
cult
of cult
stuff.
were you in?
A religious, spiritual cult, but really it was just a money-making scheme for the people
It's called the
in
Church
charge.
of Immortal Consciousness.
Yeah.
Did
I
you
thought
guys
you were
have
gonna
was there
say Mortal
music? Was there
Kombat.
music?
Actually,
Was there
that's
music?
the cult I'm from.
Yeah.
I'm from the cult of Mortal Kombat. We're on 11 now. We're on
There was music though, and there was entertainment. Were
Scorpion
you guys
for
big?
A big music and entertainment. There was. What do you mean by was there music?
Well, I mean,
Hold
was
on
there a
second.
show when you went on Sunday? Was there a show?
No, our church was
I'm kind of into this.
like
How
the
about
church. The church we would go into a pitch black dark room, and a person would sit, and their spirit would leave their body, and another spirit would come in, and everyone would ask the spirit for advice.
And
that was
molest
church.
you?
That spirit didn't molest you. The other ones.
There's a
did.
different spirit.
There was different
There's a
spirits
different
for that.
spirit that was into young boys. There's
mean,
another one
the
for young
dark-
girls.
Yeah, no, yeah, pitch black, yeah. Pitch black dark. You'd sing songs to bring the spirit, to
So wait a
invoke the
minute.
spirit
I mean,
in.
you're assuming no one was molested because it was pitch black and dark. You might not have been molested, but there could have been a lot of other kids.
Listen,
yeah.
there was a
There
lot of
probably
people
was.
molested, so maybe that's
Absolutely.
where it was going on. Maybe they were dragging them into the back room and doing it there.
Yeah, you were
Yeah.
you just weren't in.
That's 7
Yeah.
minutes in purgatory right there.
Yeah, I just, as you guys were talking about fucking fucked up, I just remembered that was the thing that happened. That fucked with me too, because I didn't find out that until
What?
I didn't find out until like 5 years after I had been in my marriage. I
What?
found out that piece of information. I was like, what?
Wow. Yeah.
So
Did
now,
they give you like
meet
setup
your-
to it?
Huh?
Sorry.
No, I was just wondering if you met your wife in this cult.
It was an arranged marriage.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Wow.
And are you still in the cult?
No.
And she's not in it either?
She's not in it either.
But you guys decided to stay together because
We're not together.
what other options?
No,
Oh.
we're very much divorced. Arranged marriages don't tend to work out in the long run.
I believe that today that would be called a rearrange. Is that a coupling or a rearrange?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
How long were you married?
11 years.
Holy fuck,
Yeah.
dude.
3
Yeah.
kids.
I got 3 kids.
Jesus.
Right?
Yeah.
He's a grown up. He's a real grown up.
I'm not. I mean, I'm sitting here drinking a PBR on a podcast in Flagstaff. I don't know if that makes me
Tell
a
him
real
how
grown
old
up.
you were when you knew who you were going to marry.
12.
Wow.
Because you were an adult at 12 years old. At 12 years old, you were considered an adult. All of a sudden, you were pulled into like different meetings and,
And
like
no
different
longer
information.
attractive to the pedo demons.
You were. I started working when I was 12 and not getting paid for it. I think that's called slavery. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's what it's called.
It might
but
be called slave labor.
slave
Yeah,
labor.
slave
That
labor.
too.
I think you had rights
Fine.
after you were done working.
Yeah.
Fine. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm just checking.
Yeah.
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 We have only
Yeah,
one
no,
black
that's
person
good.
in this room right
She
now.
said yes, so that's what I was going for.
I'm gonna go. I'm looking at you for maybe some. You know, like,
See?
okay.
Perfect.
But, even just because, but you have rights afterwards. So
Hey, Andy, we're not going Jim Crow law here.
okay.
Like,
I just wanted to see if I could make everybody in the room uncomfortable.
you succeeded.
Can I tell you guys a dirty secret?
Oh, I
Yes,
love it.
please.
I
Please
love
do.
Okay,
dirty
so I
secrets.
just was in Birmingham
Okay.
and doing shows, and we went to the Civil Rights Museum because I wanted to do that and see it, right?
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to say any names. You probably figure it out if you do any research. And don't tell her I said this. But we were in this museum, and I was so embarrassed, okay? Because the person I was with, we're going through and looking at all this horrific the things that they had to overcome, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she says, you know what? I think this women's movement is going to do more for black people than anything. And I was like, shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! And I know that she meant well, like in a weird way, but I was like, no.
Is she
And-
older?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what? But I walked it with a friend of mine, and he's a black dude. So we walked it. We go through it, and it starts off we were okay, and then it gets a little. You could feel the animosity building, regardless if we're friends. Then you could feel the way you could feel like just the whole horribleness of as you go through, because you go through it. It's linear. You go through it as it progresses throughout the country.
Hey, talk to your mic.
And you keep going and you keep going and you keep. I hate this up in my face, but you keep going and you go through the whole thing. And we were now we look at each other and we're like almost crying. Both of us have like tears, and we get out and I could feel it. And I just looked at him and I just went, "Sorry."
Yo, my bad.
I feel like
dude.
that's the best thing. You should have bought him you want a muffin?
No, I think that they should have had reverse Jim Crow laws when you got out to the gift shop and like the bathroom was the white dudes had to go to the black bathrooms. That's how it, it's like
Just a hole in
just
the
as
floor?
some kind of reparations just for even 5 minutes, just 5 minutes of reparations.
There's a glory hole in the stall where a black dick comes through.
Yeah, I think you just took it too far.
Wow.
Well,
Wow.
He always
That's
That's what I
does.
do.
He always just.
That's the reparations.
It's
you
always
know?
a
like you
glory
really want to pay
hole.
back.
It's always a fucking giant black dick with you. Listen, I
Hey,
knew you
hey,
grow up in
hey,
North
I'm
Dakota.
Just trying to, I'm
So when
just
he
trying
went
to be
Arby's and he ordered the
multinational.
meat platter, did he ask for the extra piece of black dick?
He
Yeah.
absolutely did.
Always.
I just want to make
Yeah.
sure.
Always.
He was
I thought
like,
he might have.
I want to make
favorite.
sure
It's the
this
most
thing chokes
succulent.
You ruined the momentum. You ruined all the
We really
momentum.
had
You
something
can't-
going.
you really
and,
can't.
Producer
Okay.
Bill, you stepped on our flow.
That's what I'm here for, guys. I'm a flow stepper. Starting a movement actually on
Flow
Step and
stepper.
Flow.
Flow
Yep.
stepper.
Flow
I think that's
stepper.
an insurance. You're going to go into insurance.
No, I have Root. I
Okay.
have Root insurance.
Root insurance?
Yeah, I got fucking. Let's talk about my insurance. Why not? I downloaded an insurance app on my phone. It's dope. Pay like $73 a month for full coverage. It's great. I can't recommend
Do you
it
have
enough.
sponsors on this podcast?
I'm trying to get an extra
He's trying to-
200,
he's
like
trying
a
to
couple
get
$100
Root?
back from Root.
I don't know
so-
if Root is paying attention to this podcast.
They're an unofficial sponsor,
But, apparently
just,
Bill
if
is
you guys
using
want a
you.
link and download it, I'll save some money. You'll save some money. Let me know.
I love that. If you don't have sponsors yet, let me give you my
I got
Postmates link.
Yo, I got this DirecTV thing too. I don't know if anybody's heard of it. It's got
Let's
it's
swap
got TiVo
passwords,
now.
guys. Can I get your HBO Go? You get my Amazon Prime.
Let's just make this a little bit of a
Netflix
love
for
it.
Hulu. Disney Plus is coming out. I'm going to need one for that.
Actually, the best thing you can do. I mean, I don't know how nobody.
Why? You can't talk about this on the podcast. What you're about to say is illegal. It's against the law.
Is it?
What is it? What? No, I want to know what's against the law.
As you're not attorney,
I mean-
legal counsel on the podcast.
want
So-
What
What's
do you
against the
know?
law?
You've been in the dark for 10 years.
He got a law degree after it.
Amazing.
By the way, if anybody's still playing the drinking game, take a drink. Matt has talked about the cult and his law degree.
I didn't talk about the
already.
law degree. You said I had a law degree.
He said authorized or something.
I mean, that's bringing it up.
I mean,
That's bringing it up.
you were like law degree, so that's
Anyway,
that's on
so
you.
the best thing I've found is you can like jailbreak these Fire Sticks from Amazon. Just get everything. Fucking
You
everything.
can. You didn't say you did. You said you can.
You can.
You can.
He did
Yeah.
say can.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is-
You
that
can.
is a good distinction.
Yeah.
He's heard.
Speaking of things
He's
you
heard.
can do, you can also Cash App me
Acorns?
at
Oh,
$ Andy Comedy. Just in case anybody wants, since we're giving out things.
Yo, I'm on Zelle, Facebook. You could always just send me Facebook Messenger payments.
This is a good idea. I like this. I'm on Zelle at MC Walker Walker. You can go ahead and send me some cash too.
Yeah.
Jessica Wellington, what's
I'm
yours?
on Venmo at Jessica-Wellington.
Perfect.
Also, if you want to sign up for Acorns and save some money yourself,
Is that the one that puts dividends on?
Yes.
Yeah. It's a great
but if
app.
I get 5
That's a
people to
great
sign
app.
up, I get like $100.
Boom.
Dude.
Sign up and use Jessica's thing.
Hit me up on social media.
She'll get you the link.
I was going to give you
Yo.
my one for Uber, but if you don't
yes.
if you don't have one yet, you probably just stay home.
Yeah. If you don't have an Uber yet, like just don't. We don't want you.
Yeah,
out.
it's too late for you. Don't even go outside because we don't need you. We're plenty busy
You're-
out here.
Yeah. We need more agoraphobics in the world, is what Andy's
Oh.
trying to say.
Okay, I do have an Uber story.
Okay.
So I just came back from we just came from Louisiana directly, right? We were in New Orleans. Totally different experience. We requested this Uber. It came up in a big green like king cab truck, not very clean. And then the guy up front was just this huge fucking black dude, right, with the cut off sleeves. And I was like, this is the ride? And there was no stickers on the car. There was nothing. And what a difference between that and LA. In LA, I drive Uber.
Yeah.
Right? So they ding me if anything is like
Is out of place
Oh,
or
yeah.
whatever. Yeah. And people are so cunty on those apps. Like any app where you're like putting yourself out there to make money, but it's kind of like on your own, like you're a 1099 through an app.
Name names, pussy.
I do TaskRabbit. So it's
there
like
you go. And you don't take a shower one day.
Yeah, and you're just
Right?
like I had this guy. I was putting together a like an entertainment center for him, and he's this like just the wafiest little gay man I've ever met in my life. Just a strong wind takes him away, and he literally the entire time I'm in his apartment for like the first 30 minutes anyway, he's like within arm's reach of me. Like if he wanted to at any moment, he could reach out and touch me, and that was just very uncomfortable for me, and I don't know. Like just working on something and
He was
having
supervising.
yeah, it was just like, what the fuck is this? Like I'm sitting on your floor, your dick is like in my face, sir. Like,
Yeah,
can
do
we
you mind?
can we please just back up a little bit? And so I said that to
Was he
him.
wearing dolphin running shorts at the time?
No, skinny jeans. Skinny
You're
jeans.
okay. Just checking in.
Otherwise, I know that
context
guy.
to this.
But I asked him. I say, hey, like I tried to like lead into it and be like, hey, can I get a glass of water? And he goes, oh, I don't have any water. What the fuck? Am I back at Stand Up Scottsdale? Is that what's happening? Stand Up Scottsdale never gave you water.
Maybe
for
he
free.
actually needed a plumber was coming over earlier later to get the
No,
water
I
going.
saw him turn the faucet on. He just
Wait a minute. In the desert, isn't it against the law to deny people water?
it is, but they didn't care at that club in particular. Anyway, back to my story. So I said,
Yeah, Jesus.
Dick's in your face.
Dick's in my
Dick's in your
face.
face.
He won't give me. He won't, like, when I try to get him away from me with like a glass of water, he won't do it. So finally, I just say, hey, like, it's just really uncomfortable for me to have to work with, your business right here. So can you just, give me some
Did
space?
you say your business?
Yes. Yes.
Maybe you should just been like, I needed what is it, a radius?
Yeah.
You need your own personal
I
space.
Right.
did say personal space, and so he went and sat on his couch. And
Wait, did you say personal space or did you say business?
I think I said like, you're up in my business.
You just made it sound like his business. I'm going to question the validity
I don't
of this
know.
whole
I don't know
goddamn
exactly.
story.
I can't. Hey, I smoke too much weed to give you exact quotes. Like, how fucking dare you?
Then stop pretending they're exact.
No, did
All right.
you point out the guy's dick is in your face or
No,
not?
I didn't.
think you would remember that.
I didn't point out his dick was in my face to him, but it was in my face.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I said, can you just can you give me some space here or whatever? And he fucking gave me a 1-star.
Yeah, he did.
On the ratings, and he's like, and it just said he was okay, and it was 1 star.
What does he think? TaskRabbit is like a new porn site?
I think he was trying to fuck me. I think he was just like, this guy's not gonna give me a happy ending with my TV stand.
Do you advertise as a gay handyman?
No. I've had women also like.
I wish I had this kind of confidence. I believe no one wants to fuck me ever. That's I would go in there. He could have basically stuck his dick in my eye, and I would have thought it was some kind of accident. I would never believe that anybody wants to fuck me. That's not ever going to come into my head. That doesn't enter my brain.
I only identify when gay people want to fuck me.
I
never know when.
Said that there were some women that wanted to fuck.
All right, though, I think the
trust
lady
him
wanted to fuck me.
anymore.
There was an old Russian lady, and I was like leaning over to like show her where her picture was gonna go, and she like grabbed my ass like as she was like trying to brace me, and it was just like I think you're spotting wrong, ma'am. Like, but there was one other where the lady came out of the shower to look at like where I was putting her TV up on the wall, and she like pulled like a Basic Instinct like leg cross as I looked back to. I was holding the TV up on her wall, and I'm like, "Is this good?" And I look back, and she's fucking uncrossing her legs in a towel.
What
and
do
I'm
you
just
think
like,
your desirable level is that people are doing this thing for you?
when this shit happens, I just get scared. I'm not, I'm too soft to deal with this stuff.
I believe that everything is incidental, and I just happen to be in the vicinity. You must like be on like I'm a 9, like desirable. That you think this is happening because you're in the room.
I think I'm just hopeful. Is what it is. I'm just like,
am pessimistic.
I wish on 11/11 every day on the dot, and I'm just.
Well, this is in
A girl could walk in
Arizona.
with no underwear on. I would just think, oh, it's her wash day. I wouldn't have any. It wouldn't happen into my head that way. I commend you. I wish that I could feel that way about anything.
I mean, I might not be able to feel that way, Andy, but I might feel that way, but I know I can't seal the deal, so I'm right there with you.
Whatever. We'll just move on to your other multiple encounters that you're having in these sexual innuendos that are happening all around you.
That's all.
I don't know how you get from your house to your car. I can't believe it.
I mean, it's tough. I carry a 9-iron. I find that is it scares them away.
Right. Well, I will say that I've been traveling, and through the South, I was getting more and more attractive.
You get real attractive in the
You know what
South.
offended me about your Uber story though the most? You wrote
What?
no sleeves. That's gonna be a 1 right there. That's a 1 star. You didn't have you don't bring sleeves. We're not doing this one. I want to see full.
But see, when you're
Oh, my
driving,
goddamn
remember, you don't
collared
know what
shirt.
specific people want, or what they. I don't know. You just can't read people's minds. And I do a lot to keep. Hopefully, I don't have to do it any longer soon. But I try my best to keep people happy.
When do you knock a client? Like, do you call it as an Uber person a client? What are they? When you call a rider, when you knock them down a point? When you're giving a ride?
When I'm having to wait forever for them, or they're like just rude and slam my door.
If they didn't talk,
What if
they
they
just sat in
blow
the back and
farts?
didn't say anything.
Oh no, I pretty much give everybody 5s unless like something really.
I don't say shit unless someone asks me a question, and I'm a 4.8. I was like, what did I do to anybody's car?
Dude, I'm a 4.7, man.
Did you?
I don't get what I've done. I'm going to start doing things though to people. I'm going to ask what they're going to give me, and I'm going to just. I don't know what it is, but if I'm going to go and I'm not going to get a perfect score for sitting,
Yeah.
then I'm going to start.
I think
doing
I've been docked because have you ever done a pool?
No, I never done a pool.
Oh, well, I'm broken. I do a pool, right? So I get in the side, and if we go to pick up somebody else, I won't move over.
It's like I was here
I
first.
fucking wouldn't either. I was here first.
And if
No,
they're-
I
if they're-
support that.
Yeah, if they're a couple, well, like, oh, you're gonna have to split up. Then you get in the back and you get in the front.
Yeah, dummy.
Sorry.
It's rough to do an Uber pool in Arizona because when it's 120 degrees outside, you don't know who's getting next to you.
Yeah, that's
Ooh.
true.
Yeah.
Well, we picked up people in LA that just come from the gym and they don't shower or anything.
Yeah, so okay, that's a discount. Take a point off.
Yeah.
I get
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But I want to know
That's
why
potential. That's a potential ringworm infection right there.
Jesus Christ, Bill. Do you?
It's where you get ringworm at the gym. It's
Bill,
at the gym. It's a
Bill,
fungus.
I can't believe you go to the gym with all those people and bodies around. People
Buddy,
after you.
like I
trying to
told you, I
fuck
carry the
I'm
fucking golf
surprised
club.
You could get to
I
the
carry
gym.
the golf club and I scare them. I shake it and I yell.
How do you get anything done? It's amazing. Do you rate every single person who comes into your car?
You have to.
You have to. Okay.
You have to when you're driving now. You
Okay.
just automatically, but it pretty much just automatically goes to 5. So
Yeah.
like, you have to like.
Have you ever docked anybody's stars for like crop dust in the car on accident or anything?
No, I mean farts happen. You know,
See, I like that.
I'm
Look
a
at
human
look at
being.
You're a great
That's
driver.
beautiful.
as long as you're not, you know what I mean.
Like just crack
Don't
the
abuse
window. You know,
Don't
Okay.
abuse it. We got a one fart rule in this car. Everyone's
you
allowed
get a
one
mulligan.
fart.
You get a mulligan.
If there's another one that comes out, you're losing points at that point, and subsequent points for every other fart
Yeah,
that
fucking
follows.
tighten it up.
Yeah.
Tighten it up after that first one.
Do you do Uber Eats at all?
I did. I used to. I'll tell you,
Okay.
the first Saturday night I ever did, I had a bad taste because I picked up one group. They threw up in my car.
Ugh.
I got it cleaned up, waited a few hours, it dried. Picked up my next group. Only second group on a Saturday night I picked up.
Yeah.
And this girl ended up throwing up everywhere.
Ugh.
And she peed in my car.
Jesus Christ.
Threw up and peed.
Threw it up and peed.
That's terrible.
Did you know when you throw up really violently,
Yeah,
sometimes
you pee a
when
little.
you're drunk,
Yeah,
or you just pee a lot?
I've
She peed a lot.
I had a buddy. I had a buddy. I walked in the bathroom at a party in high school, and he was passed out with puke around his legs, sitting on the toilet. So he's sitting there, pants down, puke. He
Oh my
tried to-
God.
He tried to. He tried to
Evil
thread
Knievel
the
that
needle.
shit right through
He
his
tried
legs.
to thread the needle. You don't thread the needle. And so yeah, we wiped him and cleaned him up. And
That's
yeah.
very sweet.
That's nice of you, though.
I was a CNA at one point. I know how to take care of folks.
When you were wiping him, did you notice if his
It
dick
was a
moved?
big
Because-
hang down.
Do you think he was trying to fuck you?
He had a
think he
big
wanted
hang.
you?
No, he was passed out. He was passed out. He did chub up a little bit.
Did
though,
his,
so I
did
got
his dick
concerned.
start whispering to you
It
like,
did,
"Hey,
it did.
Bill,
It was like that
put me in
Borat
your
dick.
mouth."
It was like the dick, not Borat, Bruno. You remember the dick in Bruno where it just screams Bruno at you? His screamed, "Let me fuck you!" That's what it was.
That's a very aggressive dick.
It was super.
Jesus Christ. I don't know. I don't know that I could let that one pass. I would have to.
dick from the
27
gym.
inches long.
That's because the gym works out.
It was. It does
So
work.
in
It
your
worked.
cult, were you allowed to be gay?
Was I allowed to be gay in my cult?
No, I'm not. I'm just saying.
I mean-
like if you wanted to be.
There was one gay kid. There was a couple gay people. It wasn't looked.
Probably fucks up the arrangement.
Yeah, it does. It seriously does. Because
See, when you're in a cult, you got to make more people to stay in that cult.
Yeah.
the whole thing was like you have a like vibration, which is your soulmate, and you have to have that person and be married and then be in this special relationship in order to end the cycle of reincarnation and not come back. But I never
sense.
heard of two guys being each other's like vibrations. It was all just fucking tying money into their family. It was tying money into their bloodlines so that they could continue to rely on pulling on it. That's what it was. I was married to a granddaughter. My grandfather had wealth because he was like a lobbyist and shit in D.C. So, I mean, that's
Are you
what it
going to
was.
name names?
Yeah.
Name names of
The
who?
lobbyist.
Charlie Walker.
Charlie Walker. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's look
He
that
is
up, guys.
he is very
You wanna-
dead now.
You want to? We don't have anybody to look that up.
No, I just said it to the.
Oh, you want to
the
look up
unit-
Charlie?
the unit-
Look it up.
He did
the
like the
universe
federal
of the
student
smart
loans thing. Charlie Walker.
Yeah, he started the student loans, which
Shout out
says
to Charlie
fucked me
Walker.
pretty bad.
Yeah.
You would have thought he would have given you the passcode to erase yours.
I know, I know.
He should have kept a backdoor pass. On
Right.
They'd be like, Grandpa, I'm going to resurrect you from the dead so you can tell me how to not have this law
Right,
school
you could have
debt.
saved that, and then you could have some
Yeah.
real sponsors. Like, you guys want to call me? Get rid of your college debt?
We're working on University of Phoenix right now.
Oh, I have that. Can you do that?
You're working on that for one of your sponsors?
No.
It made sense. It makes sense.
Hey, if you
This
guys
is the
don't,
second
if
time
you
I did
guys
this
don't want
podcast.
to,
I can tell you, I think we're hitting your market with the University.
if you
of
guys
Phoenix.
don't want to end up like us, then check out our sponsor, University of Phoenix.
And finish.
They'll
Because I
get you- yeah.
started.
Don't get an English degree. Whatever you do. What was your major with University of Phoenix?
I don't know. I moved around. I said I wanted to do accounting and then I don't know, business. What? I didn't finish.
Yeah.
You didn't. What did you go to University of Phoenix?
I did.
Really, the University of Phoenix?
Yeah, when I was in the military, I went to the physical building for a little while for a few classes, and then I stopped, and then I got out, and I tried to do it all online, and I don't have the. I can't read good.
I don't know nothing about this book reading.
That makes that makes university level studies kind
Makes
of
sense.
difficult in the
Makes
first
sense.
place.
Right, and then you had to like depend on other people too. So it wasn't just if it would have been just me, maybe I could have pulled it off. But then you'd have to do these team projects online.
What?
And I thought it's so fucking stupid, right?
Fucking
Team
boo.
project online.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's so dumb.
You know why I have a problem with the University of Phoenix? Because we obviously living in Phoenix. University of Phoenix bought the sponsorship rights to the Cardinal Stadium.
Yeah.
And they called it University of Phoenix Stadium. But as a marketing person, you would know that most people who would watch that on television would just assume that's the University of Phoenix, not the University of Phoenix. So right away, I knew that was a school that was retarded.
Yeah. Well, they're State Farm Stadium now, so at least the Cardinals unfuck themselves.
Because they probably went and got a graduate that didn't graduate from the University of Phoenix in marketing and pulled someone in.
They're like, hey,
a
you're
real
from
school.
this guy's from ASU. He's gonna get us through things. That's the fucked up part, though. If you go to ASU, you're not considered much smarter of a human being than someone from the University of Phoenix.
I'm just going to tell you, ASU, who's the president of the...
Michael Crow.
No,
He's working really hard at building... That's a really smart school now.
He's
Barack
done
Obama,
a lot.
Didn't
Top
they
20.
refuse him a honorary? Am I thinking something different? Honorary diploma. They told him that his work was
Who?
Barack Obama.
They gave Barack Obama an honorary...
did not.
They did not.
No, like he
which
did the
school?
speech or whatever you do
Yeah.
with people. Arizona.
Oh,
Remember
he
what
did,
we're talking about?
he did the
ASU?
commencement at graduation?
Yeah.
You're supposed to
Okay.
give him a...
And they were going to give him a fucking...
Well, they typically they give you an honorary diploma when you do that.
Really?
Right?
Really?
To the person that does it.
I didn't-
But they didn't for Barack Obama.
That's great.
That's weird.
That is weird.
He didn't earn it. He didn't
I mean,
fucking
it's
earn it.
weird. It's weird if it's a standard custom for everybody
Yeah.
that they do that they give it. But
I've never
I mean,
seen anybody that gives
he
the
also doesn't he
baccalaureate.
have a Harvard law degree? I mean, you don't really need much else
No, he doesn't.
besides
It's just
that.
like a. It's a complimentary thing or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it doesn't... It's not like it costs the school anything.
Is he
All
like
I
a
ever hear of
Republican,
people
or is he
bragging
just
about
like,
their
you know,
honorary
good
degrees are
old-fashioned-
people who didn't graduate from college. That's the only people who
It's
ever
just
be
something
doing.
like they've done it for everybody else, pretty much. Why would they
Yes.
deny him?
No, that is a very
I think
strange
they gave one to
thing.
like John Cena or something. I don't think that's right, but
Hey.
maybe something like that.
I haven't looked at the camera once because I am pretending that I'm not breaking the
Yo,
third
John
wall.
Cena. John Cena needs that diploma, though. Like, for real, like, John Cena doesn't have a regular diploma. He needs one.
Yeah, but they just said that Barack had his body of work was
It wasn't enough to...
there was more to come or something like that. I forget what the exact word.
I mean,
was.
president was enough. That wasn't like running America.
Senator-
That's not enough work. Okay.
Senator
No,
of
but
Illinois
what
wasn't
do
enough.
you do though? Seriously, like you're president, you're Barack Obama. Okay, he's a young president. He retires. He has a good family life. You know, this is what we see. Bill Clinton, we knew what he was going to do after he was done being president. What do you do when you what comes after that? What do you
Michelle's
do?
I buy an
doing
island.
stadium tours.
Stadium. I get that, but
Yeah.
that can't be.
Dude, he's probably
I'd be
just
down
shooting
for that.
hoops. He's playing with his dog. He's just hanging out, living the
But there
life.
has to be some like there. What do you? There's no.
I think-
there's no next. That's a pretty.
Look at
that's
the
a
way
pretty
that
early
fuck-
peak in life.
Look at him though. He looks like he's 80. Like he
Yeah.
got out of office and he looks like shit.
How old is he now?
He's like in his late 50s. I want to say.
Yeah, like
He has
that's. I
to be,
feel
Someone-
like that's
he has
good.
to be in his early
Someone look
60s.
up how old Barack Obama
He
is.
has to be in his early 60s. I'll do it in front of the camera.
Oh jeez.
You can't
put
keep
mine on
acknowledging
airplane
the
mode 'cause I
camera
thought
like
it might-
that. It's
Oh,
ruining
look
it.
at you. You're a beautiful. You're just the
audio.
best guest. Such a great guest. The first guest that's ever turned on airplane mode, I think.
Yeah, I
Airplane
did.
mode?
Because it might sometimes. Well, in ours, it messes up the audio.
Does it? It interferes, gets a little a little radio frequency.
You put on airplane mode because you're worried about the takeoff and the landing.
Yeah.
This isn't going to land well no matter what. So I was not airplane mode.
Dude,
50 minutes? Is that what
58?
you're saying?
58?
58
Barack
minutes.
Obama's 58 now.
He's 58 years old.
our audience isn't allowed to
And
talk.
and you got to slide into
She can
home.
talk.
Slide into home now. She just gave the signal. Slide into home.
Slide into home.
Yeah.
Is it done?
Yeah.
What time is it?
Sacrifice hit?
What?
Am I bunting?
She's just doing
We're
baseball
pulling the
signals.
pitcher out. The pitcher's done, guys.
Pinch the shortstop's ass on the way by.
Bill doesn't know anything
Okay.
about baseball because
I
last
don't.
time he went to a stadium, these people there
They
all
tried to
wanted
fuck me.
him.
That's what I figured he thought she was trying to do. She's trying to fuck me.
No, I know better with Carrie. I know better with her.
She pulled her ear 3 times.
Yeah.
Let me just tell you what that means.
That actually means I'm going to get stabbed in the parking lot after the show.
Well, that was supposed to be a surprise.
Yeah, well, can't surprise me.
Yeah.
How long have we been going? Let's take a look at
I don't know, Bill. Producer Bill, why don't you tell us?
It feels like only minutes.
So I was asking if you ever drove Uber Eats because I had a really Uber Eat experience the other night that I felt bad about. I went to the bar until like midnight and got drunk, and I was like, I can't drive and get a burrito, so
Did you fall asleep?
I'm gonna Uber Eats a burrito, and I passed out on the couch. And then the next day, I disputed the charge because I never got the burrito delivered. However, I never got a text message. I never got a phone call. Because I put my phone like on my face, like very loud and vibrating. Because I
If
was
they
like,
didn't call, then I think that you're good.
okay, good,
Yeah.
all right.
don't
I'm
think
fine,
you're a
guys.
bad
I'm
person.
fine.
I
I'm a
think,
good
yeah.
person still. If this other guy's an asshole because he didn't call me with my burrito.
Yeah,
Hey,
man.
I think
he shouldn't have
you
pushed
didn't
that
answer
through.
the door. He ate the burrito and went home.
Yeah, good for
TD ate
him.
the burrito.
Yeah, I'm not paying for his burrito.
And with Uber Eats, I don't go to the door.
You don't go to the door?
No. I only
Really?
did Uber Eats when it was the I forget what they call it, but we would do it at lunch, and it was like right away. We had the food in
Yeah.
our car,
Yeah.
and as soon as you ordered, we went to you. So it only took like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And they did away with that. But the whole point of that was to be quick, so they had to meet you at the car.
Okay.
So you can
Got
See,
it.
if someone doesn't come to my door, I get furious. I get so mad. I'm like, this is so expensive. Just walk to my front door,
That happened to me in
please.
Alabama. This lady, she texted, she's like, "Can you come down to the lobby in the hotel? I'm pregnant." And I was like, look, I'll give you $5 more. Just come to the door.
Yeah.
I had to.
I was
had
so
to.
hungover.
I had
There's
to
all
go
kinds
out.
of CrossFit chicks that do that shit well into like the 3rd trimester. So you could walk up some stairs, motherfucker.
I had to walk out to the car one day, and the dude straight up had a cast on his leg with crutches in the side. I'm like, you're a piece of shit for accepting this order. Like, how dare you? This is bullshit.
He's trying
like,
to pay off that cast.
Like, I specifically clicked bring to my door on your app, and you fucked me.
I mean, this is why we need public health care, guys, so that Uber Eats drivers, they get the health care they need.
Why are you trying to fucking pretend like you know anything about public health care or give a shit?
I know it was modeled after the state of
Stop it now.
Massachusetts.
It's already done.
Healthcare plan that's through the state that Mitt Romney put into place. So I do know that. So fuck you.
Do you want to know who tried to introduce the first legislation for national health care? It'll surprise you.
I would love to, actually.
And this is why you should never be a party to politics. It was Richard Nixon.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's when Medicare and all didn't, right?
Do you know who blocked it?
Who?
Whichever Kennedy. I can't even remember what the...
John?
No.
Jackie.
No, the brother, the one who...
They were both- they were
the one who didn't do anything.
Bobby.
No, Bobby got shot and died trying to be...
Teddy.
Teddy
Kennedy.
He's the one. Yeah, he blocked it because he hated Nixon. So instead of... This is why I say politics are so bad. Instead of like doing something that would be good for all the people, he didn't want that dude getting credit for what...
Yeah, that's
That's
fucked up.
hilarious.
So and when people always, this is why I like this Republican and Democrat. I don't know why I took this on a negative turn because I wanted to, because I didn't like Bill's conversation. And so what it was is when you think
This
about
is
Republicans
fascinating.
and Democrats, and you think you're voting for one of those, you're voting for a politician.
Yeah.
You're the people. You're the public.
You're-
They're on the same team. They
Yeah.
really are on the same team. They're
All of them are on the same team. Yeah.
and they're against us.
Yes.
So that's
So
all
it's
I
like
care about anymore.
it's the like private interest that's there, and they fucking support each side of campaigns. Like
Bye.
the Koch brothers. Thank you guys.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
I think they had to, but
They had to leave because they were getting
weren't
pretty
there.
excited about
They
Bill,
weren't there.
and they
there.
didn't know if they could take
The
it
one,
any
the
longer.
one lady taking pictures. Every time I would say something, she just kept on looking at me with her makeup on, and I was just like,
Oh, she wanted to
"It's
fuck
just
you, dude?
so
She wanted to
aggressive."
fuck you?
No, she didn't want to fuck. She wanted to.
Was
wanted
she
like,
lipping to you? Like,
No,
fuck
she wanted
me
to kill
now.
me. No,
Take
she
me
wanted to
out
kill
back.
She
Did
wanted
you
to
see the
stab
way
me.
she crossed and uncrossed her legs?
She wanted to stab me, not the other way around.
She wanted you to stab you with that dick.
She wanted to stab me. Like she wanted to put a dick on and stab me with that.
Yeah.
dick, but like through my like,
That's-
solar plexus.
I think you're trying to say that she wanted to peg you, is what
yeah,
you're saying.
dick
Yeah.
knife.
That's
I
still
wonder what that
fucking
would be
Bill.
like.
That'd be
Have
the
you ever
most.
pegged?
I've never been pegged.
I had
no.
a girl try, and I jumped away like a scared little rabbit.
So she got out the dildo.
Yeah,
and you were fine with
she
that.
pushed.
and then-
The second she had a push, I was just like, no. Like I understand how women feel. You know.
Right.
There
You
you
should have
go.
started with
Stop
a finger.
It.
Did
Stop
you
it
start
right
with a
now.
finger?
Jesus Christ.
You never had a finger?
No.
Never.
You got to
No.
start with a finger. That's
Have
just.
you had a finger?
I've never had a finger. I've asked for a finger. Like
You've had a
I
tongue?
need someone to give me a finger.
I didn't ask. Someone rang the doorbell, and
Yeah.
I was very, I was a little.
Were you happy?
I wasn't happy. I was startled. I wasn't expecting company.
Is it your thing now?
And
I feel like you should know the finger's coming.
Do you still
It's
do it?
important.
no, I think that the surprise finger is much better. Because,
Really?
Yeah, because I don't know that I would have. I
Would've
wouldn't
tried it.
I wouldn't accept it. I wouldn't.
You
accept
asked
it
for it
company.
now?
No,
No?
no. But if she needs
To do it.
to give her that feeling of the whatever that. The same feeling that we get from being
Yeah, she has
in
to have that
control or
ownership.
penetration.
Yeah.
If it's a finger and it's
Oh,
not
you think it's a dominating thing?
Definitely.
it's not an aggressive if it's not an aggressive like it's not an aggressive like
What
I
if she's
want
just trying to like show you something fun?
well I got to be
I think
honest
pegging's a
I got to
dominating
I got to be
thing.
honest I wasn't I don't know that I would write that up in my fun bank. I don't know that it would be in my
Andy's
my
got a
bank of
very
fun.
Andy's got a very deep prostate is what he's trying to
No,
say.
no. I
Did it not feel good?
Well, no, because it was a little. I think it was. I think it was an experiment for her as well.
Did she have too
Okay.
many how much nail did she have? She have a long nail? A lot of nail?
No, she didn't have very long
Very
nails.
shorn?
As a matter of fact.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. If she would have had long nails, I think I would have been uncomfortable. But
Oh, yeah.
but I will tell you this. I did feel the nail because I know that when now I try to keep my nails trimmed because if I'm going to be fondling someone's,
Yes.
you know,
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you don't
this
want
is
to
a
pinch.
podcast.
Intestinal.
If I'm going to
yeah.
be like on someone's pussy, I want to make sure that they don't
Oh,
feel
yeah.
cuticle.
Yeah.
issues.
Yeah. I mean that's
Yeah.
just
I think that's a nice way to say hi.
I don't think I've ever. My pussy's been like, oh, this guy has some serious cuticle overgrowth.
And you know what? That's why you won't accept an Uber ride from a man that doesn't have sleeves on his shirt. It all makes sense. It's who we run with. This
Oh,
is
I
the
took the
difference.
ride.
so you get the you have a peasant's vagina. Like, you know, the princess and the pea,
Right.
they could feel it through 100 mattresses. You can't feel a cuticle. Sorry, you get the peasant pussy.
Jesus Christ, Bill, what the fuck is wrong with you? You invited these people to be on our podcast, and then you just tear them apart like this.
I'm just saying.
You know, if you ever do become bold enough, and I do believe you will be because you're
Psycho?
No,
Yeah.
your disbelief in reality. That when you go to do your comedy album, you should call it. You should call it Peasant Pussy. I think that
I'm never doing an album. I'm never doing an album. Are you fucking kidding
It
me?
would be epic.
Peasant pussy. That'd be a pretty good one.
That's going to be, absolutely.
Yeah, please hit it. I mean, I'm charging and smoking my jewel the entire time because I'm a fiend for nicotine.
I'm not running you to the hospital though when you get popcorn lungs.
Oh yeah.
It's got to be better than smoking, though. I smoked for 20 years.
I'm sure it is better. You know what? I think again, I'm just going to start yelling out random shit on this podcast. I think that those are
I do it all the time,
counterfeit. The inserts for like the jewels. I think there's. I think China's probably sending some count. Listen to this, Donald Trump. Make this one of your weird things. China.
Because he's a
China
follower. He's a listener.
has
He got
started
the president's ear.
doing knockoffs, and China is sending these in here, making all kinds of money because they're stealing our intellectual jewel property from China, and that's what we're getting. And then those have they're not calculated correctly, and that's what's blowing people's lungs up. That's my thought.
Don't you think that it's also that it just is not a very well researched thing yet? I mean,
It's not.
Who are you trying? Are you trying to be a scientist over there?
no,
I'm sure
I
it's
just
not
like.
great
I
for
fucking
you,
like Andy's
but I do
conspiracy
think it's
theory.
got
I
to be better
love
than smoke.
I love Andy's conspiracy theory. I
About
think it's
China?
fantastic about China. China. We're gonna
They're
have
doing
China.
it with other shit. Why not
Yeah.
jewel pods?
No, but I also think it's just like we've been smoking for fucking thousands of years, and then all of a sudden we've decided to turn electricity into vapor and all this shit and throwing pancake syrup in it, and it's just like there's got to be something wrong with this. It can't be fantastic
You know
for
what's
you.
fucked up is we got a smoke machine for another show we're doing it during the festival, Headbangers Ball. Not that anybody would.
He
fucking
said
know.
that like we were
Yeah,
gonna think he was
I'm
cool.
like I'm plugging it.
Oh, you guys.
Anyway,
Yeah,
we got a smoke machine for the show, and I turn it on the room, and it smelled just like a bunch of kids were like ripping jewels in there. It was so bad. I was like, "This is what it is."
Well, this is a
is what
Soren
it is.
drop, so maybe this was made in Japan.
What is that?
Oh, that's that cool fancy one.
That is
yeah.
very fancy. They're
See,
so
it looks high
bougie.
tech.
Yeah.
It looks like those old highlighters.
It looks like you could you could put it on a pen, like wear it as a pendant. You know?
You play guitar with it.
Yeah.
Yep. Or you could do the.
You
Star
could
Wars
use it as a
brooch.
skipping stone.
Shut the fuck up, man.
Sorry.
How dare you?
This
Fucking-
went off the rails.
Well, I mean, we never started on the rails. I'm sorry. There's no rails.
Just
Were the
look
rails?
into the camera.
They're like, hey, how you doing?
How you doing? All right, everybody. I think this is good.
This has been
I
good.
feel like this has been a great
I've
podcast.
had fun.
You guys had
I had
fun?
a lot of fun.
Yeah.
All right. Well, can you guys plug your social medias? I know you both have podcasts of your very own, so if you guys can plug those up for our
Why are you
wonderful
raising
viewing
your
audience.
voice like you're a
'Cause
nice
I'm trying
person?
to be fucking nice for once. If you guys could please give your social media.
How many listeners do you have before I?
We have about 100 or so.
Are we streaming live?
No.
Okay.
What's unfortunate that you guys don't understand is that this is the unedited version that you're watching.
What do you mean, what do you mean unedited?
You should have seen the edited one. That was really, really wrong.
I think you got that backwards.
No. I got it forward.
We got it
No,
right.
it made
God
sense.
damn
Yeah.
You got stuck there. You got stuck in China.
Yeah.
China.
I am in China.
You can follow. Can I say it? I'm sorry.
Please.
Yeah, say
You
it.
can follow me at Jess Wellington 2 on everything. I also do a podcast with Felicia Michaels called The Liars Club. I'd love to have you on. Not these guys, but
Fuck these guys. Andy, you seem like you're doing things. Let's do some shit together.
Listen, this is all
These
my-
two pieces of shit with the
Matt's
staff
great.
badges right now can fuck off.
Matt's real great. You should have him on. I'm just the worst.
we
I'm
would
sorry.
love to have you. Sure.
Even after San Diego, when Felicia had to come check and make sure that. Do you remember that?
What did she check?
So before you finish off your social media, we worked together in San Diego at San Diego
Right.
Comedy Festival.
You were the
and
sound guy?
I was the sound guy, and I was walking in for the day, and they were already like sitting in the in the main room of
Comedy Palace?
And I just am beelining to the back room where all my shit's set up, and I'm like going to set up for their show. And they're like, "Hey, can we just kind of do it right here?" And I was just like, "Fucking nope." And they were like, "But this is just seems better." Nope. And like every time they asked me, I just no, and I just kept walking until I was just out of earshot from them. I was just fucking done that day. Like it had just started. The day had just started, but I had been at this festival for fucking 8 days already, and so I was. And Felicia comes in the back, and she's like, "Hey, Bill."
She's super nice.
She's
so
the sweetest
if
lady
she
ever.
got mad at you, then you really fucked up.
She didn't get
dude.
mad. No, she came back there, and she was like trying to make sure I was okay.
Was-
Like, she
are
was
you
being
sure she
real
wasn't trying to
sweet and
fuck
real
you?
nice. Maybe a little. Maybe I don't know.
Is that why you
I
guys
don't know.
had tension?
I wasn't trying to
you're
put
like,
it
no,
out
Felicia,
there."
I can't fuck you right now.
What was that?
Everybody else is waiting.
They were.
You know what I really found amazing about your story right now is that at the end when we were wrapping up, you finally found a place to put in a relevant conversation that would have been meaningful to the podcast, and it's phenomenal that you worked it in just as we were exiting.
Just
I
as
mean,
we
that's
were
how we
leaving.
do. That's how we do, buddy. That's how we get down.
Oh, that's funny.
All right, Liars Club. Where's the Liars Club? Where can that be found? I'm sober, by the way. Like, Quit drinking.
This is why I've been trying to get you to drink for months, Bill. Just like come back.
Let me finish so we can do Andy. He's got way more stuff.
fucking
I don't have
seething right
anything.
now.
I'm having a great time, actually. I didn't know that I came here to beat you up today, but it's
That's
been
what- that's
so
so
fun.
fun.
You
I'm
were on
so-
the podcast
though.
before. You knew what it was. You
we
know
get
what
to
it
be
was.
the bullies. This is our day.
It is. I'm here for you. I'm a comedian's whipping boy. Did you ever see
we
that
didn't
movie?
Get to do this in school.
Yeah. Anyway,
Oh God.
finish up.
Yeah, it's everywhere that you find podcasts. The Liars Club with Felicia Michaels, Jessica Wellington. Please subscribe to us on YouTube. That's the big one we're trying to get up. And so maybe we could make a little money and pay our editor.
Yeah.
Thank you. That is all.
Signing out. Jessica Wellington signing out.
I'm starting a new podcast today called Peasant Pussy.
I'm the first guest.
It's going to be amazing. And,
Patient zero.
So just please look on your iTunes for that one. It's going to be it's going to be big. It should be on the first page of iTunes. It should be there.
It's going to be huge.
He's already got 10 episodes in the can.
Yeah. That's the other episode, the can episode. The Peasants Can.
Peasants
it's a
Can.
whole different episode. Listen, I am Andy Comedy on all my Let me try this again. Let me edit this again.
You're a
AndyComedy.com. All my social media is in the upper right-hand corner of my my page, my webpage, in the webverse. It's right there. It's on the right-hand corner.
Jesus
Might be on the
Christ.
left-hand corner, but I'm not actually positive.
Oh, my.
It's on one of the corners.
But
Do
it's
you
on
need
a
help
corner.
resetting your
And I know
password
it's
on
the
everything?
I know it's on the, I know it's on the top and upper part. And the thing that I really love about this is no matter how bad I do this, it's more interesting than anything Bill has said so far. Okay. After that, I do a podcast with Ari Spears called Spears and Steinberg, and that's available on most platforms, so you can check that out. That one is the other thing I do, and I will be in I'll be in Tacoma, Washington on the 8th, I believe, the weekend of the 8th. So there we go.
Oh, yeah, we do shows at the Comedy Store. Check it out.
Dope.
Dope.
Thank you guys so much
Thank
for coming.
you guys so
This is-
much. We love you so
Andy,
much.
I appreciate you attacking Bill for me this episode.
No,
It's
it
what
Yeah,
I
Matt
needed.
was
Someone
far
had
away
to do
today.
it, and
Yeah.
I was closer to him than you were.
No,
Yeah.
I liked it.
I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Big Pine.
Have a good
We'll see
day.
you guys next time.
Peasant pussy for life.
Peasant pussy!
Big trap,